Hi everyone, Angie Smith. Thank you for watching. Welcome back. So I'm going to pick my wax for the daily wax melting challenge. It is a challenge that Patricia Gates puts out every month. A lot of people contribute to those daily prompts, and I've really enjoyed the past few months of participating in that challenge. It kind of helps you pick some wax and make sure you're warming that daily to go through your wax. So I have been using Pharmacist's Daughter, and I'm going to do that also for November's daily wax melting challenge. It's just a way for me to, since this is the most vendor wax that I have, use this up with my daily prompts. So pick with me as I go through it. So I have my basket that I put all of my wax into. I went ahead and I write down all of the daily prompts on Post-its so that I can pick my wax and put that with the wax. Have my pen in case I need to make notes, and my spreadsheet handy for Pharmacist's Daughter. All of my wax, if I need to find something on the wax prompt to pick that wax. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my, probably can't see them here, but I have my 2 drawers. Let's see if I can lift them, they're kind of heavy. 2 drawers of Pharmacist's Daughter wax there. And the goal is to get that down to 1 drawer. So let's start pulling. So day 1 is going to be melt a scent with cinnamon for National Cinnamon Day. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look on my spreadsheet and see if I have anything that has cinnamon in it to help me narrow that down. If I don't have anything, I'm going to have to pick like another vendor wax or Scentsy. So there we go. Now we got to find it. So Christmas cake is a tub. So I do keep my wax listed by type, scent notes, quantities, all of that. So I should be able to find, hopefully. So I picked Christmas cake. It is double bagged. It's got birthday cake, cupcakes at Tiffany's, sugar cookie dough, cinnamon and sugar. There we go. And a touch of pumpkin pecan waffles. So that is for day 1. And I'm just going to pull my Post-it, put it on top. I'm going to start making a stack because I'm going to have to load my bucket all up. And I try to load it in order so I can just grab and go like for the next day. Day 2 is turn back time. Melt a scent that starts with C or reminds you of the 90s. So I'm not sure if any of these scents would remind me of the 90s without going through all of them, which is one thing I could do. Based on the time though, let's see. Well, you know what? We'll do a double C here. So Career Woman, which was, I believe, from the Barbie movie collection. So to me, that kind of reminds me of like my childhood with Barbies. And it also starts with a C. So I'm going to write that down too so I don't forget that when it's time. Time to put that in my warm reviews. So I have a loaf and a tub. So let me see if I can find, I'm going to go with the loaf because it's from November of 24. And my tub is from July of 25. So I'm going to use my loaf first. So, pink sugar, blue sugar, cashmere plum. Here it is. So I'm going to take that. That's going to be day 2. All right, day 3 is warm a pie wax. So I'm going to look and see if I have any pie scent notes. There we go. I'm going to see if I can find an old, there's several. Let's see if I can find an older one. Yeah. So I have a pretzel espresso. It's actually in my coffee scent drawer. So I'm just going to write down that that's what I want. It has pretzel, espresso, zucchini bread, brown sugar, and pie crust. And I'll have to pull that after because I have that over in the coffee drawer. All right, day 4 is Easy Bake Oven Day Melt a Cake Scent. So we can get yeah, let's do this. Italian, or it's Frosted Wonderland, Cupcakes at Tiffany's, Italian Wedding Cake, and Frosted Vanilla Raspberry. I have that in a tub. Oh, it's right on top. Perfect. Frosted Wonderland. All right, day 5 is Melt a Topaz Wax for November's birthstone. And while I was writing this list out, I had to look up what the topaz color was, and it's a warm yellow orange kind of color. So we're just gonna look and see if we can kind of find an orangish color wax. I have a lot of pastels in here. It's not orange. I may have to end up looking for that in another vendor. Yeah, most of these waxes are like pastel colors, like pinks, yellows, greens. I don't have any like autumn colors. You know, this is close enough. We're gonna go with this kind of, it's King Creamy, which is morning beignet, French custard, sugar cookie dough, cinnamon sugar donuts, zucchini bread, and boardwalk marshmallow clouds, marshmallow fluff. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, I believe. It's kind of like a, to me, like a, not really amber, but fits kind of like the color scheme. So we're gonna go with that. All right, that takes care of day 5. Day 6 is Melt a Soft or Subtle Scent. Soft or subtle. A lot of these could be new to me scents too. And I don't do a lot of soft, subtle scents. So we're just gonna kind of maybe go with something. A lot of these scents are loud scents. I feel like that would be a November scent, so I'm gonna hold that out. I feel like this could be something that might be a little more soft and subtle. So we're gonna grab this. It's called Mary Berry. It's Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, Cashmere Plum, and Vanilla Bean Noel. Sometimes when I'm going through and picking, I might find a different wax that I feel like fit that, and I change it out, so we'll see. Day 7 is Melt a Crisp Outdoors Fall Scent. And I pulled this when I was looking for the subtle scent. It's called Falling Leaves. It's vanilla birch, barbershop, amber, plum, and woods. So I think this might fit that Crisp Outdoors fall scent. So day 7. Sure my tower doesn't fall. Day 8 is Warm a Lazy Day at the Cafe Wax. When I was writing this out, my instant thought was there's a Teddy B scent called Beautiful Day, and it reminds me of A Day at the Cafe from Bath and Body Works. I'm not sure if it's cured enough, but I definitely need a coffee scent, so I'm going to put this with my Pretzel Espresso. And when we get to the coffee drawer, I'll pull one for that. Day 9 is Warm a Pumpkin, or one that starts with P. So I'm going to first look and see if I can find a pumpkin scent, which I should have. Pumpkin. The oldest one that I have is one that's going to be in my coffee drawer, which is fine. I'm going to grab that as well. Eggnog Custard Latte, which has old-fashioned eggnog, pumpkin pecan waffles, French custard, and French vanilla latte. So we will pull that out. All right, day 10 is Melt a Scent with Clove. I know spreadsheets are a lot of work, but I do find that for instances like this, when you're looking for like a specific scent or whatever, you can search for that. And I'm not finding any clove in Pharmacist's Daughter. I'm going to search the whole worksheet. And see where I have something that has clove. Find all. So let's see. I have L3, Lavender and Speckles, Sassy Girl Aroma. Now some of these I may not actually have inventory of, like they might be 0, but it's just telling me where it's located. Let me see if I can make it bigger. There's a Teddy Bees I Heart Vanilla Apple Spice, which I just got, so I don't want to use that because it's a newer pour. I want to let it cure longer. But L3, oh, that's green clover, not clove. Let me put match case and see if it gives me exact. There we go. So I have Teddy Bees. What is that? Creamy vanilla, powdered sugar, sweet milk, buttery cookie dough, sweet spruce, cinnamon, clove. What is that one? Sweet clove. There it is. Creamy vanilla, powdered sugar, clove. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do this one. So Teddy Bees Milk Cookies and Christmas. I have to pull that from my Teddy Bees drawer. Teddy Bees Milk Cookies and Christmas. Has creamy vanilla, powdered sugar, sweet milk, buttery cookie dough, warm spices, sweet spruce, cinnamon, and clove. And this is a scent that I love. Absolutely. So we are going to pull that one. All right, day 11 is a free melt day and Melter's Choice. So I'm just going to pick something out of the bucket. I need to go back to my pharmacist daughter sheet. All right, free melt day. So what do I want to warm? I think I'm gonna do bone chilling. I do like this one, bone chilling, which is blue sugar, alpine frost, and fresh linen. Seems like it'll be like a cold day in November for that. And it's actually Veterans Day. I almost wonder why we didn't do something patriotic. So I guess I'll do with the blue for patriotic too. All right, day 12 is warm a plum or dark berry scent. So let me see. I know I have some plum. I could do career woman again. Dancing fairy. Mary berry, I've already picked that, or sugar fairy. So I have both sugar fairy and dancing fairy. Sugar fairy is sugared plums, cotton candy, frosting, and buttermints. And dancing fairy is brown sugar and fig, plums, dark cherries, and sugared musk. I think I'm going to go with the dancing fairy for now. It's got like a cute little, I think that's a gingerbread or something on top. That's day 12. Day 13 is melt a scent recommended by a friend. And I'm sure there is one in here. I mean, I see lots of recommendations, but for now, I'm probably just going to use this as like a, because I can't just think of one thing that I've watched on like a YouTube video or something as a recommendation. So I'm just going to grab one that I'd want to warm, and I'm just going to make that kind of like a free choice day. I do that sometimes with them if I can't find what it is. So I'm going to do Yognog custard. I know a lot of people like this and they do recommend this on the Pharmacist Daughter site. So we'll kind of use that to fit the narrative. But Yognog custard is warm, sticky toffee, brandied custard, Palo Santo, vanilla bean Noel, and cinnamon. Day 13. I'll get that in a minute. Day 14 is International Girls' Day, so melt a feminine scent. Let me see if I can find one. I might just have to search. I might do some scent notes in a minute, but I'm going to see if I can just kind of search. Royal Wedding, maybe. It's more bakery. Have a lot of bakery ones. I need like a perfumey, girly scent. Let's see. Maybe that could be. I'll read it in a minute. Here we go. Yep. So I grabbed Cozy Mystery because it has vanilla birch, Palo Santo, Mac Apple, Cashmere, and Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds. But I think I'm going to go with Clarissa, which is a feminine name. And then it's peony, pink sugar, pink chiffon, and vanilla pound cake. So we're going to go with that one for day 14. And then I'm going to stop at day 15 because this is like over 20 minutes at this point. And we're just going to do days 1 through 15. And then I'm going to make a part 2 and do days 16 through 30 for November. So that way we can watch them in 2 and it won't be a super long video. Day 15 is Melt a Nutty Wax. So let me look up and see if I can find if I have a nut. I'm trying to think, like a chestnut, nut, coconut. No, I can't extend that. All right, let's just see what we have. I may have to do a wider search for this. I'm trying to think. I feel like I definitely have a Scentsy one that has the nut in it. I'm going to do a search. We're going to go nut. So, you know, of course it's going to pull up a lot of coconut. Okay, what do we got? Britta's. Autumn Day, Frosted Juniper, Chestnuts, and Brown Sugar. What is this? Aquarius. Autumn Day, Frosted Juniper, Chestnuts, and Brown Sugar. It's from August. Couple months, 60 days cured. Let me see if I have something that's a little bit older to use. I I do have a lot of, like, there's some walnuts with Brita's. So let's look at jelly donut. So donuts pulling in with nut. Coffee, that one's already used. Vanilla pumpkin, hazelnut marshmallow. That's from August as well. There we go. We are the ones who live from Brita's. Danish butter cookies, pecan, pralines, hazelnut marshmallow. So, and that's from April of this year, so it's an older one. We're gonna choose Brita's, so I have to pull that from my Brita's drawer. We are the ones who live. All right, so this is day 1 through 15. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the, I have 5 to pull out. And then I'm gonna do a part 2 and we'll do days 16 through 30. Let me know if this is something that is helpful or if you like watching these kind of videos. And this is kind of my process for pulling out my, like I said, my daily wax melting challenge. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one.